Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 6 of Haikyuu season 2. And what a wonderful episode this was! I absolutely love today's episode. It was so relatable, realistic, and I learned some more things about volleyball and our characters. Just a really great episode. Okay, let's get down to it. So, Coach Yukai, the grandfather, bruh, we got to meet him. I never thought we would ever get to meet him. I never, ever thought we'd see him. Wow, dude, he's still going at it, man, teaching little kids and stuff. It was pretty nice, and dude's kind of scary, alright? He kept on calling Hinata Shrimpy, and then later he called him Shrimpo. That was pretty funny, but he's a smart dude and he definitely knows what he's talking about with volleyball, okay? So I'm really glad that we got to meet him, and he was very useful for Hinata, okay? And with Kagayama, we learn that he was in the wrong this whole time, okay? Like, last week, they kept on saying that what Kageyama was saying was correct about Hinata, how, like, he should just stick with what he was doing and stuff, and just don't try anything new and get better at this moment, just stick the way you are. But with this episode, we find out that Kageyama was wrong. And Hinata is going to try to get better, and Kageyama has to now keep up with him. Yo. So, what I really like is that they explained two types of techniques today. One with the whole first, second, and third tempo, and the other thing was about how Kageyama will pass to let the ball get to Hinata instead of Hinata trying to get to the ball, okay? So I really like how they broke it down. They made it easy and simple for the viewer to understand, because me, like, I don't know anything about sports, okay? The closest thing I do to sports is color guard, and that's flag twirling, okay? That's all I do, okay? I don't know anything about sports, so I'm really glad that they broke it down and made it nice and simple for, you know, people like you and I to understand, okay? So, with the tempo thing, it's basically the spiker, not the spiker, it's basically a setter who's trying to time it right of when to set over to the spiker, which is Hinata, okay? So Kageyama is practicing now, okay? And I really like how we saw almost all the characters practice really hard, okay? I just like that whole montage at the end. You saw them all happy and determined, just ready to go, keep on learning every single day, and that just made me, I don't know, feel kind of fuzzy inside. I was like, look at these guys. They're not characters. They're people. This is something that you can relate to. You see, there are those few people who like to compare, for some reason, they like to compare Haikyuu with Kuroko's basketball, and I'm just like, I love Kuroko's basketball, but I love it as an action shonen, which is what it is. Well, Haikyuu is more of a slice-of-life approach, and that's why I like Haikyuu. I don't want it to be an action shonen, and it isn't an action shonen. I like it that it's relatable. Kuroko's basketball is perfect in its own way, and Haikyuu is perfect in its own way, okay? And Haikyuu does slice of life pretty dang good, I gotta say. Really, really good. It's just, everything is so realistic. Now, getting back to almost all the characters trying their best, I love Suki, okay? Suki, he's one of my baes, okay? He's in my reverse harem, but I've gotta admit, I was pretty upset with him in today's episode. How he's the only one who's not trying. He's not motivated or anything. You saw all the other guys, they were practicing so hard, staying after for extra lessons with the current coach, and, you know, him pointing out on the board and stuff like that, like, you gotta do this and stuff like that, and they're all excited to learn more. And Suki's just like, It's kind of like what Oikawa said in the beginning of the episode. He said, there's a difference between resting and skipping. And Suki is just skipping. He doesn't care. And it's like, why are you in volleyball in the first place? It's also like what Yachi's mom said earlier, a couple episodes back, how she's just so like, if you're not as passionate as they are, then you shouldn't join the team. You shouldn't help them out. So I'm pretty upset with Suki, and I really hope his attitude changes towards volleyball. Otherwise, he really honestly shouldn't be on the team. I love the guy. I really do, but we gotta do what's best for the team. Okay, so I hope something changes with that. Okay, so that's all I have to say for this episode. Wonderful, wonderful episode. Loved it so much. So catch me tomorrow as I review Ruby Volume 3, Comet Lucifer, One Punch Man, and a live reaction to Komori-san Can't Decline. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.